Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future. Trade in all our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signals as long as you are on SIM. We're not responsible for your trades. Okay. If you want to read the disclosure, you can read it carefully, and let's see what's going on. We're going on the short NASDAQ, ES, and we had a pullback on the resistance on 58.24, and now we're going forward. I'm a little bit concerned about this double support area here. So let's see if we are able to break the double support on the ES. As we just finished the NASDAQ, we usually do $1,000 target. So what we are going to do, we're going to reload it. Already made 1,500. We're going to reload it, and we are going to start trading again on the NASDAQ here, and I took a long trade. And we'll get back to this one here. You see, this is my concern. If we can break it, that will be nice. We have a swing trading on the ES, already a couple $1,000 up. But the NASDAQ, we started with a long trade on the NASDAQ, and now is going back down. Let's see. Is struggling on the support area here, so let's see what will happen on this NASDAQ. With $5, there is not much in it, and it's gonna take another. I took a short this time. Took a short from those fibs, then taking it long. Okay. So I'll hang in on that trade if the NASDAQ can break the support area. On the ES scalping, we have 712. We have not hit the 1,000 yet. On the ES scalping, we have 712. Let's see if it's gonna do it. It seems like we are going in the right direction. There is a re-entry on the ES 58.22. 58.22 is a re-entry short. We have 712, we are missing 300. You can also close the position from the top here if you want to. We need 300 to hit the target for today. The re-entry on the ES 5822, so we need to climb to this area for short entry. So now we're getting 300, we have 712. I would like it to get a little over 300. We're going to the re-entry 5822. 5822, this is where is the target, 5822. We're hitting this target, and then what we are going to do, we have 400 and we have 712. We can close position here. We close position, and why I'm not done with it. We have 852. Here is your re-entry short. The Nasdaq Autotrade, we still on a couple $100. There is not much. Had a very losing trade in here, so we are still on a couple $100. A lot of resistance on the Nasdaq. I would not take a long trade. The auto trade took a long trade. I would not do that. The Nasdaq closed the trade. Just closed it. And this is the re-entry we called short on the ES, and that's what the ES did. Took a short trade right there from where we told you to go short on. The market really not really moving to earn anything on the market. It's not really moving. Nasdaq took another long trade. Okay, we got 500 on the Nasdaq so far. the Nasdaq another trade. We have 500. We're gonna hit the institutional number target 20,438. There is a profit taken in this number, and it took another short. It's very fast. So this is okay. We are 660 on the Nasdaq. He took a long trade from the projection. Well, this is not bad, $290 trade, and we already have 660 on the Nasdaq. This is a scalping, and now we have 865. You can see it from here. We have 865. So we're still missing like 150 to hit the target for today on the Nasdaq. Between 10 and 11 we try to get $1,000 just 1 hour every day. You can see how much it made, 865. Well, this is not good. Okay, we had one losing trade and two winning trades, so we are 775. Was not that bad. We bailed out of a bad trade. It is 775, and now it's going long from the fib. The market really not moving, so we are like, okay, there we go. We got 115. We needed to get up because there is a target institutional number here, profit taken on institutional. So now we got 830. 830. We started at 10 o'clock, so this is 15 minutes. 830. It's gonna take a short on the institutional number, that's for sure. It's gonna take a short. Here it is, short from the institutional number, because the profit taken on the institutional number, you have two targets, 1 and 2. Let's see if he's able to and there is a resistance here, and here it is coming to your direction. You know, despite all the elements here where the buyers over the sellers, all the indicators, this is a reversal scalper, and now we are down to 825 into profit. That's fine. We still need one more trade and we are out of it. We still need one more trade. We are out of it. And here's the short start coming. Profit taken on the institutional number is right there. If you follow us, it never fell. There are two targets, 1 and 2 for the morning session. And then what it is a pullback re-entry from the target 1, and your pullback re-entry, well, the Autotrader is gonna fire a long trade sooner, but as there is a 414 as a pullback re-entry long. The second one, you have 406 is a re-entry long, you know. So also I'm doing the micro Bitcoin, the micro Bitcoin, and I'm trying to test it, and it's doing extremely good. I'm using a 5 range on the micro Bitcoin. It's just a test. It's not something I'm just for the hell of it. It's a micro Bitcoin. I'm using the same Autotrade, and you can see how it's been taking the trades, and it is, look at this, wow. I mean, it's not really just for the hell of it. It's not properly set up or anything like this. It's just using the micro Bitcoin, trying to see. I mean, the data is not really good, but there is another connection coming soon, so we will be able to, but this is really interesting. I'm just testing the Autotrade with the micro Bitcoin, just for the hell of it. It's not serious, but it's just trying to see how it behave beside the ES, Nasdaq, CL. I'm trying to see how it behave with a different market. So it's not serious yet, but it will be serious, you know. We're still on 815 on the Nasdaq. We're trying to get 1,000 between 10 and 11. Brad, if you were in the webinar yesterday, you already downloaded all the templates, sir. It says on it, Nasdaq 7 range M strategy. Okay, we finished with the 1,000 on the Nasdaq. No, it's 995. Okay. Okay. After YouTube, sir, I'll send you the templates. No big deal. We're still missing 5. Okay. Here it is. We have 5. So we have 995, and this is $1,000 between 10 and 11. We started at 10 o'clock. We finished at 10:20. Within 20 minutes, you hit 1,000 on it, and this is really good. So what we are going to do, we finished the first 1,000 within 20 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and re-engage it one more time. We're gonna reload it, and already took a long trade, and we will We will see what happened with this. Okay, already made another money in there, and this is $5, not much, and it's taking a short again. You see, this is where we told you the re-entry on the NASDAQ is right there. And look, the re-entry on the NASDAQ was exactly what we said, 20,415. So this is really good, you know, and it's going to sink to the re-entry. You don't have a short trade, it's a re-entry long, and it is 20,409 as a re-entry long, so you have to be careful. We are on the NASDAQ. We made the first round. It was the 1,000 something. And this is our second trade, the second round on that auto trade. And we are down $70. And now we are, this is the second round on the NASDAQ, trying to get another 1,000 on it. Okay, we are 100. We were down $70, and now we are up 100. And it's gonna take a long again. And if you notice here, 2 times, 3 times, we hit the institutional number, target 1, here 1 time, here 2 times, 3 times, and a profit was taken. So, and the re-entry on the NASDAQ, it is 20,415. 414. As expected, the Autotrade took a long trade because we are using a 7 range is a total different than 1 minute that is taking it from the 7 range fib. So and here it is. So we made the first round 1,000, little over 1,000, and this is the second round. But on the range, the Nasdaq 7 range, you really need to be keeping your eye. Now we have 135. You need to keep your eye on it. I mean, you know, I have sent yesterday in the webinar some different template, so you don't have to monitor for traders are a little bit. Let's close that trade, close position. We close position. I made a bigger one for our traders, the ones that are not looking, oh, the market is going down. The for guys, they're not, it's the same auto trade, but I'm looking for if like you are using a higher time frame, you're ironing a little bit. Look where the re-entry on the Nasdaq, as we told you. Here's your re-entry exactly to the tick as we said. And if you notice on the trades with the 30, you know, today this is funny. A company trying to sell Autotrade. I saw it today, and this is when you don't have a professional eye. He was showing the profit factor on an Autotrade using an ES 15 minutes on an Autotrade 15 minutes, and the recovery on a bad day is 125 days. It's showing on the video the recovery days. There were 125 days to recover one bad day. And what we are trying to do to recover a bad day immediately on the same day. So auto trades is not the profit factor, it is how fast you can recover a bad day. And if a person not interested in keep his eye technically on the chart, this is the ES 13 range, and let me show you that this is an art how the higher time frame is taking a trade and is already, of course it's not as fast money as the 7 range and Nasdaq 7 range, I mean, or an ES 5 range, of course not. But it is, took a trade, took another trade from the fib, closed the trade. If we look at those trades, and it is 850, I mean, it's not little money. Took a trade short, took another one from the fib and closed the trade. 2 winning trade. Then it took a trade here. If it goes to your direction, it's not going to add on it. It's not. And I took a trade here, and cashed in on the 3 winning trades. Took a trade reverse, beautiful catch on it, beautiful catch. And then it took a trade reverse, and I overclosed it, which is 850, and it is smooth on the 13 range. You don't have to deal with noises in the market, but in here you need to keep your eye on it. You need the 7 range for the Nasdaq. It is extremely small. It's extremely small. you know, and you need to be careful with keep your eye on it. And I mean, we have some templates for a higher time frame, but I don't have him on. I just cleaned my computer. I don't have him on, but you can see how the 7 range is a very fast. You need to keep your eye on it, and the 13 range you can turn it on. I cannot tell you to go to sleep, but you can go and take a nap or go wash your car and come back, because the ES moves slowly, especially you are dealing with 13 range. It's going to be slow process, but it is very accurate. This is what I'm trying to do, especially if you are, you know, you want to leave it overnight or leave it running, is up to you. And right now we are in trouble with that auto trade. Let's see. On the ES, okay, the re-entry point on the NASDAQ is 20,418. And what it does is ending. I didn't pay attention to it. It's adding, and now it is. We are down on the NASDAQ at this moment. But what it does, it will recover immediately from that trade. It recover immediately. So it doesn't need a 3 day, 1 week or 2 weeks to recover. It will recover on the same day. So now we are in trouble with the NASDAQ, and it will recover. And the re-entry on the NASDAQ is 20,420. This is a re-entry short. This is a I'm sorry, this is a re-entry long. I'm sorry. This is a re-entry long. Yes, sir. Here it is. Exactly where's my crosser. And this is a re-entry. And look at this baby. Came in exactly where we told you. Where's my crosser? And this is a long trade. You see? You see? It's perfect. It's perfect. When you know the market, you can trade without even an auto trade. When you know the market, it came into this line exactly where it's supposed to re-enter the market, and here it is. Now the market getting weaker. You can see from the indicators, I don't need to go through details, start getting red. And we have a buy signal from the market analyzer. Let me show you from the market analyzer. The buy signal from the ES, what we can do, we can say break even. The trailing stop will adjust automatically. And let's see if the trades are taken. On the YM, just took the trade from that signal. And immediately you can see it. You have a double resistance here. And the signal coming from the market analyzer, here it is. It's coming from the market analyzer. We are already the market analyzer is based on one contract, is 150 from that signal on the YM, and here it is. I have 2 contracts, so it's double the amount. The market analyzer is based on one contract, and it's finished. There is not much going on. and that's what we were scared of, the double resistance on the ES, and there is a double resistance on the YM. So if you are in a trade, you cannot, we did this on purpose, you cannot short out the contract, the target, but you can extend the target. We did this on purpose if you want to extend it, or the Autotrade will extend it for you automatically. But what we did this on purpose, so traders can move the trailing stop, and the Autotrade adjust the trailing stop by itself when the fibs comes. We have on the 6B buy signal, the new signal. If you notice on the 13 range, we are up to 850 and has not taken a trade yet. Has not taken a trade yet. So it is extremely, extremely accurate. When you are using a higher time frame, it is very good to trade with. Let me show you another example on the NASDAQ. Stand using 5 range. You can use 12 range. But this is a 12 range. And it's already 570. And then you have 420 in the profit right now. So you have almost 900 something in there. And so this is, if you use the higher time frame, you will have a little less headache. And if you notice on the 12 range, it's doing it perfectly. There is no problem with it. And on the market analyzer, the signal, we have 1,100, and look at this NASDAQ coming to the fib. Have 650 plus 570. Look to the last tick. Jesus. Because it's a fib line, close position, I close position. So it is 1,180 on the NASDAQ. So this is not bad at all for the NASDAQ. On a 12 range, if you think the 7 range is too fast, you can do that as well, you know. Another, I sent the templates yesterday. Also, I made one bigger time frame, not too big, but big enough. I used 6 minutes on the ES for the M strategy, and it's going steady, stable, and already it is very good. But the 13 range is much more effective, because what you're doing, you are reversing the market from the fibs. So it is really, it's doing very well on the 5 minutes or the 6 minutes. If you want to trade the minutes, it's fine, but the 13 range is much more effective than the minutes, because you are reversing. Before the Renko came out a few years ago, we used to use the range for reversal before the Renko. And when the Renko came out, we start using the Renko for reversal. also, you can also use a Renko. The reason I don't use Renko because close position, I don't like to use Renko because you cannot optimize Renko. But if you have the time for it, you can take it to the Ninja. If you don't have Renko, you can use NinjaTrader Renko. Of course, not 2, maybe 6. This one does not cost you money. It is on NinjaTrader platform, and if we look, okay, it's not good enough, we can go to 8 Renko to test it, and then it's fair enough. Let's go to 4 Renko because this is an ES. And this one here looks good for a Renko bar, and let's look how the reversal on the Renko will be. But this one here, the template is 6 minutes. The template is 6 minutes, so we go back to the 6 minutes. Or you can use our Renko. You can go to, I don't know if I have the Renko, our Renko here. You can use on the ES. Don't make it too sharp on the Renko. We can use 6.2. You can use Renko. This is not good, too sharp. So we can say 6.3. So smooth out a little bit, or maybe. So don't make the Renko too sharp. You know. Let's try 6.4. It's not good, so we go to lower. We go to 3.2. 3 and 2 usually is good for Renko ES. It's too small. We can go, this is how you test it, 7. And we go 7.3. Well, you need to test the Renko. You cannot optimize Renko. But don't go like this. Don't go very sharp, like 7.1. This is too sharp. I don't like this. You've seen some traders trading with the trend or auto trading with this type of Renko. This is extremely fake, and it is not good. You know, the more curves you have, don't look at this. This is wrong. This is wrong. It's when you make the Renko very sharp, because I've seen it many times when we log in to clients, and this one here is make you totally blind to see the trend in the market. Is totally blind. It's not real. So if you sharp it, make it less sharp, as an example, 7.3 or 7.4, if we look at the shape, it's more realistic. You know, if you don't have the BBT Renko, you still can use NinjaTrader Renko, and actually they are nice. The NinjaTrader Renko, and it is free. You can try every Renko by replay. When you replay the Renko on NinjaTrader, you can see if it's good 10 or 8 or 9. But don't optimize Renko, because you cannot optimize Renko. So this auto trade is based on 6 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and put it back on 6 minutes, because I don't want to lose track what's this doing. And we sent you the templates yesterday on this one here. Okay, the ES13 range, if you notice, this is, we were covering, okay, the 12 range, it is finished long time ago. So we're gonna go ahead and reload it to go and go for one more round. And now it's gonna go for one more round. For the ES 13 range, you can see has not been taking a trade. So there is a distance between the trades, and like the 7 range, the 7 range Nasdaq. The 7 range Nasdaq is an extremely itchy auto trade, extremely fast, and taking the trades left and right. So you have to be careful and keep your eye on it, where on the ES at 13 range, you can relax a little bit, take a nap in between. You should be okay, you know. You should not be worried on every single trade. If you notice here, we still those charts coming from the market analyzer. The ES hidden institutional target 2 is finished for the morning session. 1 and 2 targets is for the morning session, and profit taken on target 2, and for the next 30 minutes is going to be the ES between target 1 and target 2, and the market is finished for the morning session. And you need to remember 2 things. The market is between those 2 yellow lines. When the market is between those 2 yellow lines, this means there is no more a new trade long. There is no more a new trade long. And it is between target 2 and target 1. It's almost hit the target 2, and this one here is going to stay like this for the next 30 minutes. So here is the problem: when you are auto trading and ignoring the market, you are already in trouble, my friend. And you're gonna lose all the money you made this morning, and that is guaranteed. So on the Nasdaq, we can see immediately having a problem with 20,488 as a resistance. So if we examine what's going on in here it is, it hit target 2, pulling back, and sometimes the Nasdaq hit the target 3, but and there is a possibility to hit target 3, usually target 3 for the afternoon, but the market is extremely strong. The buyers over the sellers, they are away. You have a full throttle in here from 1 to 30 minutes, all in the green. So what is the problem? Why we're not able to break this one here? Why? Because as when you have a trader, I only trade Nasdaq, good for you. You only trade Nasdaq, but you're not keeping your eye on the ES. So everything on the Nasdaq is say go full throttle long. Everything, every indicator telling you to hit it hard long, and every single indicator on your chart, doesn't matter what indicator you have, is showing a strong trend and go for it for long. The trend exhaustion fired the opposite direction. And where is this Nasdaq? Is between those 2 yellow lines. Middle of those 2 yellow lines, there is a resistance. There is a resistance. And what we need to do, try to break that resistance. The first resistance is 20,488. The second resistance is 20,517. In order to hit the target 3, you have a couple of bridges you need to cross. And this is a problem for the Nasdaq. So even if your indicators pointing long, even your market analyzer telling you to buy, which we did, automatic, the market analyzer put 2 order, you can put 1 order or 2 order, did exactly what's supposed to do. And now we are suffering with this resistance line, and it's going back to retest the 20,461, which is right there. Here's the trick you can do to our traders. You can adjust your trailing stop below the fib This is the dummiest things ever happen. Is the dummy trailing stop. It's okay to use it if you know what you're doing, but you never use a dummy trailing stop in those position here. What you do, you take it manually and you hide your trailing stop below the fib, below the support. Because if there is a pullback, my bounce back from the support area here, if the Nasdaq broke that support area, so might as well take a profit. If you wanted to milk that trade for higher profit, and then if the market crossed this, which it did, then when the fibs, they get adjusted by themselves, the trailing stop automatically readjust themselves in those areas here when the fibs gets to those areas. So now as we see here is a very clear picture what's going on with the Nasdaq. If we look at the ES profit taken on target 2, the ES is done, is dead, is finished. It's impossible for the ES at this moment to hit the target 3 before 12 o'clock. It is impossible. At this moment, it is impossible. Maybe later on, but it is impossible. So the Nasdaq is sitting and holding here, and the ES achieved the morning target, and it is between those two yellow lines. If this ES got up and go anywhere, it's going to stop at 58.41. There is no more strings. There is fatigue in the trend, and there is no more. All the indication telling you this is your limitation on target 2. And then what we see here, because when you have somebody say, I only trade Nasdaq. Okay, you trade Nasdaq. But if you don't look at the ES, you don't know where is your Nasdaq going sometimes. And as we see profit taking, speaking of a devil, on the ES, and now your Nasdaq is sinking. Despite your Nasdaq indication, all the indicators on the chart is telling you to go full trust, full long. But those two yellow lines is telling you, hold your horse, don't go any more long. If we notice, the Nasdaq is between those two yellow lines. Between those two yellow lines, there is a resistance. Technically, the market is finished. What time is it? It's 11. It's 10:53. You should be taking your bread off the table by 11 o'clock. You should take your bread by 11 o'clock. You're done for the morning session. And if we notice here, the ES, after I hit the target 2, also between those two yellow lines, and now the ES headed to the first support, 58.31. And here is the problem. When you are auto trading, now your auto trade, by the time the ES hit here, he's taking a short trade. There is no short trade. Here is your long trade, is sitting right there. As we said, once we hit the target 2, as I said today in the video, once we hit the target 2, the market stay between 1 and 2, target 1 and for the next 30 minutes. And this is where you start losing money. Another indication on the Nasdaq is between those two yellow lines, and then you have a signal telling you, another signal, is different system from the others, is telling you to sell. It's telling you to sell. You know, so despite the full throttle and the buyers over the seller, and the market analyzer, there is 1 minute, there is weakness in there. Technically, this market, we cannot be just dummy chasing indicators. Also, we rely on system to tell us where are we with a different calculation, and the buy signal, the sell signal, it is an indication to give you warning that you are in trouble. And this is those buy sell signals You put them, which I have showed here before, you put them on the Bitcoin chart, the daily chart. You never look at the news or anybody analyzing the Bitcoin anymore. The buy-sell indication, which I will show again, on the daily Bitcoin chart, when you put those signals on the Bitcoin, you will have an indication 2-3 days ahead of time. You will have those indication 2-3 days before the Bitcoin crash. And you have 2-3 days before it tells you when to buy Bitcoin. And on the Ethereum, I used the daily chart on the last months in 2024. And when I got the signal, I sold all the Ethereum, and there were plenty of them. Very plenty of them. I sold everything on 405 or 402, 403, somewhere around there in pieces, 401, 402, 403, 4,000, 10, 4,000, and not 10, 4,003, 4,004, 4,005. And it was the sell signal came from the daily chart to sell, and I sold. So I will show you again tomorrow or another day how you can spot the signals on for traders, not on a daily trading. The daily chart is not for day trading. The daily chart is for somebody holding Bitcoins or something for a few months or a few days or a few weeks. He don't know when he needs to get out. He don't know when to buy. This is a perfect daily chart to trade it. After you use the chart, you will never look again and listen to anyone on any kind of media, what's going on with the Bitcoin anymore. You don't need to look at it anymore. So I was going to do something, and this is here the M strategy. I mean, this is just a test, the micro BT Bitcoin, and this is just a test. I'm using it, and it is just a micro. I'm testing it for the hell of it, but it's not serious or anything. I'm just using it as a default setting. And for our traders, it's been doing very well, as is the M strategy default setting, or you can use the ES template, 5 range, and you can use this one here. But I'm using a default setting here, and it is extremely powerful for the micro Bitcoin. We are done for today. We wish you best luck and wish you a very nice day. Bye for now.